Good morning. Good morning, Cousin Jack. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Thank you for agreeing to talk to us about your experience growing up. I understand you're in Los Angeles for a simcha.
Yes, my grandson's wedding.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Very nice. So you get to come to Los Angeles once in a while. And how do you like it here?
It's very nice, but whenever I come, I feel a little cold. It's just much warmer in California than in the west and in the east.
It's funny. Maybe you bring the cold weather here.
It's warmer in the state than here.
Where do you live now? Where's your home?
My home is now in Edison, New Jersey.
Okay. And how many years have you lived there?
About 20 years.
20 years. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Germany.
What year were you born?
1925.
Okay, wow. So that's What day is your birthday so I can remember your birthday?
July 17, 1925.
Oh, that's close to Independence Day. July 4th. So, okay, so can you tell us what is your earliest memory? What is your earliest memories from your childhood before the war?
Childhood, I went to school, Hebrew school twice a week, and Sundays. Went to shul Friday evening and Saturday and holidays till 1938.
Did you have a lot of friends?
I had some friends, yeah.
Okay.
Some Jewish and some neighborhood not so Jewish.
What did you like to do? What were some of your activities, your hobbies?
My hobby was playing football, going swimming summertime till 1934-35. When Hitler came to power, everything was closed for Jews. No movie, no swimming, no ice skating, no roller skating, everything was closed for Jewish people.
What was it like for the Jewish people before the war started?
Before the war started, in 1939, they had made there was called the Small America. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of people from Poland smuggled us in, and wherever they could come, just live in Germany and make a nice living.
What city were you born in?
Dessau, Dessau.
Mm-hmm. And was it a big city? Was it a small city?
Medium size.
Okay. How many siblings did you have?
I got one brother.
What was his name?
Leo.
Leo Nasielski.
Leo Nasielski.
So your mother was a Nasielski.
No, my mother was a born couple.
Your mother was born a couple, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and your father?
Nasielski.
From where?
From Poland.
From Poland. And your mother was from also?
Also from Poland.
Okay. So do you remember your mother?
Yes.
Till what age did you have your mother?
To 13 we were together. And in 1938 they sent us to Poland. We were together in Krakow for a year. Then the war broke out. And then there was in Tarnów for a while. Then they took me in Tarnów and the Nazi invaded Poland in 1938 at the wartime. They sent me to a concentration camp in 1940 or 41. I had a urlaub, a vacation, a weekend off. Concentration camp. It was only about 2 hours away from Tarnów. That's when I saw my mother. Went back to camp, and the next time the war with Russia broke out, and they liquidated the people, and little by little they sent all the people out from Poland into Germany.
So the last time you saw your mother was what year?
1942.
1942.
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember her family?
I remember I had two sisters, cousins.
What was your mother's name?
Rosa.
Rosa.
Ruchel in Yiddish. Ruchel.
Okay, Ruchel. And she was a couple. So how did she fall out with the siblings? How many siblings were there?
There were 3 sisters and one brother in Leipzig.
Do you remember their names?
Yeah.
What were their names for the record? Because one of them was my grandmother.
Yeah. My Hanni's mother was the oldest one, Basha.
Mm-hmm.
Basha, and then came my mother, Ruchel, and then came your grandmother, Blima.
There was 3 sisters, and then how many brothers?
Only one brother was in Germany, Adolf.
I thought there were maybe 7, 8, 10 siblings.
Yeah, but there were 2 in Poland, and the one there was 8, but one died very young.
So there were 8 siblings. One passed away young.
In
3 sisters in Germany.
There were 4. One lived in Köln, but she made Aliyah to Israel in 1928, 29.
What was her name?
Martha.
Martha. So there was Martha,
Martha Schullehrer. You know what Schullehrer means?
No.
Schul is a school. A Lehrer is a teacher, a school teacher.
Was she a school teacher?
No, that's the name she had. And somehow the son, I met him in Israel 15, 18 years ago, his name was all of a sudden Blum. He explained to me how he became from the Schullehrer Blum, but I couldn't make up how he came from Schullehrer to Blum.
Oh, that's the ophthalmologist.
No, that's the ophthalmologist's father.
Oh, okay. Your cousin Joachim or
Jacob, also Jacob Blum.
Bloom, correct. Yeah. Okay, so we had Marta, we had Blima, we had Basha, we had Ruchel, we had Adolf.
First comes the Moritz, and then David, and then Adolf was the youngest.
Moshe, David, and
Avram was the youngest.
Moshe, David, Avram, Adolf. So 4 girls and 4 boys.
Yeah, but one passed away young, because there were only 7 survivors.
Do you remember that one? No. What happened to the little one?
Well, I never seen him.
Right. Do you remember your cousins? Do you remember any of them?
I remember your Jackie mit Gerda, mit Lina and Hanni. Mm-hmm. I remember Basha's children, Hermann, Max and Hanni. Mm-hmm. And the other one has 2 children. One was Gerald, one Cecilia. They went with the transport to England. And one was Matzi.
Oh, so the kinder transport children were the children of Abraham. They went to England.
England, right.
And they were raised by Christian people.
Right.
Okay, they survived, and Honey's children were killed. Honey survived.
Honey was a survivor.
Your cousin, and my father survived.
Yeah.
A cousin. So, do you remember my father's family from Europe?
I remember your father, your grandmother, and all the cousins, all 3 of them, all 4.
Do you remember your grandparents, your mother's parents?
Yes.
What were their names?
The grandmother's name was Leia Idle, and the grandfather, I don't know, his name was Jacob or something else. It must be different because a lot of people are Jacob. Yitzhak, I think his name was Yitzhak. Your husband knows better than me how his name is.
What did they do? What was their profession, your grandparents?
They had a farm. I don't know. They had a farm.
My father remembers churning butter. Do you remember churning butter?
Yeah, I saw my grandmother making butter. My mother was milking the cow, and they waited, and they took off the fat, and then they made butter, and they made cheese. They had special bags. They pour in all the milk. They made a little pointy stuff, and they made it tight and let it treat out all the liquid. Mm-hmm. And when it was set, there was cheese there. I don't know if they had any spices in or not. Anyway, it was farmer cheese. The farmers made, that's why they call it farmer cheese. Did
they sell the cheese? Did they make a parnassa from this?
I don't know whether they make a parnassa from this, but they made a living. I don't know. They had 3, 4 cows. I guess they couldn't, when the children were out of the house, they didn't need all the milk and all the cheese and the butter. They probably sold it. Because what are you going to do with it, right?
So you went there often to your grandparents, to the...
I was, once the first time when I was 6 years old, and the second time was when I was almost 13 years old, in summertime, July, just a little before my birthday.
Were
Just to see them.
did they talk to you? Did they sing with you? Did they play with you?
No, they were the elderly people. They had different ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't communicate too much with them because I only spoke German and they spoke Yiddish and Polish.
But you spoke with my father. You used to play with my father once in a while?
Yeah, well, your father was living in Leipzig. When I came to visit, I played with your father and with Gerda and Lina, and I lived by Hanny's parents because he had a big apartment and he had a lot of couches. He was an upholsterer. He made sofas, you know, so he got a lot of place where to sleep.
That's wonderful. So you remember Leipzig. What was Leipzig like?
A big city.
A big city.
Big modern city, a big department store. They had already old escalators and elevators. But in our city, I didn't see any escalators. But the elevators they had in one big department store.
Wow. That's amazing. So, okay, so you remember your grandparents and what did your father do?
My father had a shoe store. And he made shoes to order, orthopedic shoes, whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how about Shabbat? How about Shabbos? Did you have Shabbos together with the family and the cousins and the aunts?
When I was in Leipzig, when me, in Dessau, we had, my father had an uncle there, but we were just together, and sometimes friends came over, and we went to friends' house with playing, kids playing. My mother had friends. There was a division like the Ashkenazi with the Sephardi. In Germany, the German Jews stuck with the German Jews, and the Polish Jews were living in Germany, hang together with the Polish Jews.
Were your grandparents Hasidish? Were they Hasidim?
I don't know what they were. My grandfather had a beard. I don't remember if he had pies or not, but he had a beard, and it was Shomer Shabbos and everything kosher.
Everybody was religious?
Yeah.
Okay.
They all went to Haider, the sons.
Wonderful. So, when did life change?
When Hitler came to power.
Okay, and then what happened in your town?
In 1938, he sent out all the Polish Jews back to Poland. And then he took the stateless Jews and put in concentration camp, and then the German Jews.
How old were you?
14, 13, going on 14.
Did you have your bar mitzvah?
Yes.
Okay. And so then, where did you go? What did you do? How did you get out?
They sent the ships into Poland.
You went on a train?
Yeah, they took all the Polish Jews from Dessau into Leipzig. Where Leipzig was a bigger city, there was a lot of Polish Jews. They put together maybe 200 families, put it on trains, and sent us over the border to Poland.
Over the border. And were you with your family, your mother, your father, or?
No, just me and my mother. Because my father went to Poland a day before, because the Polish government made out a law, if you're not 10 years in Poland, you're stateless. And my father never went back to Poland after the war. He was a prisoner of the First World War and remained in Germany. He had an uncle there, so he said, I can make a better living in Germany than in Poland. So he stayed in Germany.
Okay. Did you know the Becker side of the family?
I only know your grandparents and the cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And one brother, I know, he came there a lot. Forgot his name.
Was it Uncle Pepe from France?
I don't know where you from.
Okay, so the war broke out when?
In 39.
And you were taken on a train?
And I was already in Poland.
In Poland?
Yeah.
Okay, so where did you go from there?
From there, I was dead in Poland for a while. They kept people for work. The German soldiers kept people for work. So I got a job in the armory cleaning the First World War guns. They gave you a big stick with the wires, with Brillo, to clean out the guns, the old rusty guns. I don't know whether they ever used them, but they gave us a job to do. We cleaned them.
And that you had to do, or you got paid for that?
No pay, nothing. You had to do it. And after a while, they were going to make a ghetto in Krakow. So my Hanni's parents were with the Wolf, with her husband and two brothers. One was married, one was single. They were living already in Poland. They were going to make a ghetto in Krakow, so they decided to go to Warsaw. So we figured out Krakow is a big city, and Warsaw is the capital, bigger city. They're going to make their ghetto too, so we didn't go there. We went to a town of 2 hours away from Krakow. So we were there a few months, and I had to register the employment office that I was there. So whenever they needed me, they know where I live. I was there. So one day I went there, and they didn't stamp the card. They didn't tell me come back in 2 weeks. They had the truck outside waiting. They collected about 25, 30 people in a truck and sent that into concentration camp.
And so you went to Auschwitz from there?
No, I was there 4 years.
Wow.
From 40 to 44. And in June, in the biggest seat, they took it in cattle cars to Auschwitz. No place where to stand, no place where to sit. You were like sardines. And no food, no nothing they gave us.
When did you get to Auschwitz?
In June, mid of June.
What year?
44.
Do you have a number?
Yes.
Can you show us your number?
Yes. 8227. I forgot already, I don't look there. Yeah, 18227. 18227. After a million numbers, they made a series A.
How did they put that on you?
A pen with ink. Tattoo. Like they make tattoos.
What did you think at that time when you entered that place?
Place, I hope I survive. We're going to survive the Germans, and we did.
Baruch Hashem. What did you do in the camp every day? What did you do in Auschwitz?
You get up early in the morning. In the evening, they gave you a piece of bread, what's for supper, and to keep a piece for the morning, and you would stand in line with a cup or a bowl for some soup. In the morning, you had to stand on an appel, they call it. They counted the people, make sure nobody ran away over there, and they gave you work to do, assignment, groups. So over here, the same group every day. We went in the woods, we cut the trees, dig holes, make foundation, make new barracks for the soldiers. Unload the trucks with cement, with bricks.
Did any of your friends not make it?
Well, a lot of friends, they all were desperate. I had only new friends there. Whatever survived, made it. I had a few friends after the war in Krakow, and now in New York. But little by little, I sent them New Year's card, they sent me New Year's card, but they all got married, and I get no answer from them. They figured they passed away because the wife doesn't know me, so I don't send them no more. So they're all gone.
How long were you in Auschwitz for?
In Auschwitz was there about less than a week. They sent us another camp, Gleiwitz. From Gleiwitz, they were there a few weeks. They sent us to, as the Germans lost, the Russians came closer, that sent us more into Germany. They went from Gleiwitz to Blechhammer. And from Blechhammer, we got freed by the Russians.
Did you see any selections going on? Did you see the Germans taking people out?
In Auschwitz, they were selected by Dr. Mengele.
Did you see him?
Yes. Since I was 17, 18 years old, and it wasn't not bad, fed up, didn't look sick, looked healthy. There was a selection. The good one remained alive on the right side, and the other one on the left side.
Did you come face to face with them, the Russia?
He stayed farther away.
Okay, so then what happened from that point?
From that point on, you were there in Auschwitz for a while, and then I told you they sent us to Gleiwitz, and the German lost part of the war, the front in Poland. Little by little, they sent from Gleiwitz, sent us to Blechhammer, And then the Russians came closer and they ran away, the Germans, and we were freed by the Russians.
Did you meet Judy in Europe, or you met Judy, your wife, in America?
I met her in America in 1948, 49.
And she also went through the camps?
She was in ghetto she's from Lodz, a big city. She was 4 years in Lodz ghetto. Then they sent her to a camp in Ravensbrück. It was in Ravensbrück.
When's the last time you heard from your grandparents, your cousins? When's the last time you saw everybody?
I saw her in July of 1938, before they sent us out in September to Poland. For vacation time, I went to Leipzig. It was only 2 hours by train.
So tell me, not many people went through what you went through. How did you survive that? How did you get through it?
I had a friend of mine, he gave me a job to feed the rabbits. All kind of grass and carrots. So I gave the rabbits the grass, German like rabbits. And I ate the carrots. That made me look healthy and survived. I wasn't hungry.
So you ate carrots?
I ate raw carrots, yeah.
Wow. Okay, and then when the Russians came in, what did you do?
When the Russians came in, they were freed. They gave us a piece of bread to eat, and they wanted us to work. The German they had a bakery around the corner, and they wanted to go us help. They got all the flour and all the sugar, but the German made the fire. It was too late. So they said, first we didn't want to go. They said, you don't want to go, give me back the bread. They gave you a piece of bread to eat. So we weren't hungry, we had some food before, so we had to give her back the bread. They said, we don't want to go work. To take back the bread. They pay you with bread, but if you don't do the job, give back the bread.
So how did you get to America?
Well, I walked back a little by little to Krakow, and from there I met Honey. She came back from another camp, and then they lived by the Jewish committee. There Honey met her husband, got married, and we smuggled ourselves back into Germany. And from Germany, they were there for a while, and then we went to a DP camp in Lampertheim, near Mannheim.
Did you want to go to Israel? Did you want to go there?
I wanted to go to Israel, but there was everything was. You got to smuggle stuff illegal, and a lot of people got caught, and they were sent to an island, Cyprus Island, or they were sent back. It was everything illegal. The English were controlling the borders. The Arab didn't want to have more Jews, and they somehow talked the English ruling Israel at that time not to let Jews come in.
So, Cousin Jack, I know you have to get on the airplane and go back to New Jersey now, and I appreciate your time. A lot of people went through the war, and they were religious, and they left the religion. How is it that you went through the war and you still maintained your religiosity, your frumkeit?
Well, when you marry a frum girl, you get the frum back again. You came from a religious family.
Yes.
So I had to keep up a little bit, the best I remembered.
That's nice. So you decided that you're going to keep the religion and and Shabbos and kosher, and now you have a beautiful family, 3 girls. How many grandchildren do you have, Kenai Nahara?
8 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren.
Kenai Nahara.
And 2 on the way.
2 on the way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, again, I want to thank you, Cousin Jack.
You're welcome.
And I want to bless you for a long life, Ad Mea V'Esrim Shana. And we look forward to sharing many more simchas with you.
Thank you.
And hopefully we will see you soon. And you'll be able to dance at my chasana too.
Amen. Okay.
I would like to just give you a hug.
All right.
Here, take over. Thank you so